I know some people that are exceptionally profitable intraday traders, that's for sure. Your hit rate has got to be better because the market only moves a certain amount intraday, and if you are an intraday trader, you'd be closing your positions off before the end of the session. Recently, on the Dow, for example, or the S&P, the moves have been quite strong, and you could certainly be twice as big when you're right as you are when you're wrong, that's for sure. But when New York opens, it always reminds you, remember the battle scene in Gladiator at the start where Russell Crowe turns around to his second in command, he says, "Upon my signal, unleash hell." And that's what happens when New York opens in the afternoon. So it moves around. It'll invariably go the wrong way before it goes the right way. In fact, that's the basis of my morning, two mornings. There's a London morning and a New York morning, and that's the basis of my New York morning trade, that the darn thing goes the wrong way before it goes the right way. But it's quite scary in the afternoon as that thing opens. There's an enormous amount of arbitrage going on in the afternoon where people will see, hey, GE is slightly out of line with the S&P 500. So they'll buy GE and short the S&P 500. Their objective is to sort of make more money than a T-bond does over the length of a year. A T-bond is making, what, 2%? So massive amounts of money looking for very, very small profits, and that causes all sorts of chaos in the first half hour. So I would leave it alone for the first half hour, but you need to be good to be an intraday trader. And I'm not talking about advanced technical analysis, I'm talking about incredibly present, because as an end of day trader, or even a 4-hour trader, your present moment is that 4-hour bar or daily bar. So you've got a long time to compose yourself, a few deep breaths to get yourself into the present moment. As an intraday trader, your present moment is that 5-minute bar, and you got to be quite good to stay in the moment as that thing moves up and down the page. Being in the moment is the key as a short-term trader. So if I could give people any advice, would be to buy a little book it's called Zen in the Markets, by a very good friend of mine called Eddie Topol. He was a floor trader for 20 years, trading the S&P 500 S&P contract on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So, and he's written this little book called Zen in the Markets, which will show you how to stay in the moment. He doesn't believe in technical analysis, okay? He just believes in trends, okay? He sadly died a couple of years ago. Another little book, which is a spiritual book that I think will help everybody, is called The Power of Now by a German fellow called Eckhart Tolle, which will show you how to actually focus your mind into the present moment, to the only moment that really, 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 really matters.